to another episode of Dollar Store Driving and Dining. I'm your host, Joel.
And I'm Laura.
And we are the Newlydeads. Laura is currently a tad under the weather. She has a sore throat. We have not kissed in 24 hours at least. We've been more or less separate. This is the closest we've been all day today. She does not have COVID, but she is, slightly under the weather, so she'll be limiting her speech this evening.
My throat hurts.
Her throat hurts, yes. And it's like razor blades, was the way she described it earlier. But physically, otherwise, so, but doesn't want to risk infecting other people, so the kids are not here. I'm the only one here. And
the puppies.
And the puppies are here as well. So tonight's feature, as we discussed on our previous video, is Don't Let Them In, which is in the vein of The Purge and You're Next, which currently on the Internet Movie Database has 4.6 out of 10 stars, which is
not the worst.
Yeah, it's better than some. Most of the movies that I buy from my boutique labels are in that range. Some of them are really good. Some of them are really not good. So
I have higher hopes than I did with the Scarecrow ride.
Bride of Scarecrow. This one's from 2020. It's an hour and 20 minutes, which is not a good sign. If it's under an hour and a half, that's a bad sign, typically. Laura forgot her food. So while she goes to get that, I'll give you a quick little synopsis here, which, according to the Internet Movie Database, a home invasion horror movie in the vein of You're Next and The Purge about a group of people under siege by masked intruders in an abandoned hotel. So instead of in their home, they're in a hotel. And because it is a home invasion, which is one of the types of horror that I enjoy because it is actually something that kind of is terrifying, we thought, what do you eat when you're at home? Pizza. You get it delivered. But this time it was delivered by my wife. So this is from Pig Minds, which is our local vegan restaurant and brewery. They have, according to my wife, they have some of the most delicious beer ever.
Yes.
Is that accurate? Or just here? Ever. And I believe there's a dog at the door, but we'll...
Let's try a bite.
We'll try a bite of the this is the elotes and chorizo.
Baked chorizo.
No meat on this pizza. Cheers before you chew. Mm-hmm. This is all plant-based, everything. Incidentally, we have eaten there before, and we are fans.
This is like a wood-fired pizza. It's spicy, but
it's got a little spice to it.
So it hurts my throat a little bit, but
that I can't speak to. But
it's good. The thing about chorizo, you picked the thing.
Sorry.
If you know anything about chorizo, if you've ever had chorizo, it's already kind of like a grainy sausage. So I think that fake chorizo like lends itself to like the same kind of texture. So it's like, it's really good.
Yeah, it's got kind of a, I always felt like it was overcooked. Every time I had it, I'm like, oh man, this is overcooked. But the more I've had it, the more I realize that's just kind of the way the spices work with the meat and break down the protein.
This is really good.
But, yeah, I mean, if you gave this to me and said, here, have this chorizo and elotes pizza, I'd say, that's very good. Then they say, ha, it's fake. And I'd say,
you're lying. Yeah.
I would just make that face. I just bet. But we also got some tater tots, which they have the greatest tater tots I think I may have had anywhere. And I don't know that they're probably going to translate when you get them at home because you have to have them fresh. But I asked her to get them because they're $2 to any meal. It's my favorite.
They're still good.
Yeah, those are still... I don't know what it is, what magic they do there. Something to do with the vegan something sauce. But it is delightful. And those are still good, even though they're a little cool.
I went a little overboard on the pizza.
She thought they were personal sized because they were wood fired. They're not. They are man-sized, woman-sized, people-sized.
Tell them what's next, Joel.
This is the bacon cheddar mac and cheddar, right? And again, fake bacon,
fake cheese.
fake cheese. It is not. No milk was used in the production of this cheese.
Nope.
And then, of course,
Cheers before you
pasta.
chew.
So cheers before you chew. We didn't do it on the tater tots, so we apologize.
Smells like bacon.
Got a strange, slightly strange processed smell. I don't know what it is. The last time I was there, I had their fake barbecue pork sandwich and their delightful tater tots, and I mean, their sauces was really good, and I felt like it was a satisfactory thing, even though we're both
I like
meat
this.
people. But yeah, there's a slight smell to it that I can't place. I think it might be the pasta, perhaps. I don't know, but
Or the cheese.
it might be the cheese. I'm very like olfactory.
I like it. Everything's always a little cold when we get it back home because,
But it's good. It's got that.
they're like 20-something minutes away.
It's got a creamy texture to it, like
Like
you would
really mac and
expect,
cheese.
like cheese. Yeah.
And it's baked.
Yep. And if you were a vegan and you liked mac and cheese and you hadn't had it in a long time because trying to,
Or a non-vegan.
it.
I haven't had mac and cheese in forever. I'm sad that I was going to eat some today at work, but
Oh yeah.
in an effort to save my germs from all the people I work with, I decided to stay home. So
Was probably the right choice,
I didn't get to have mac and cheese.
but yeah,
That's
she
fine,
missed
too.
out on her.
Buffalo mac and cheese.
She's been dying to have. We offered to have it tonight, but we oh, speaking of which, we forgot to mention that on our previous video we were going to Napoli's,
Yeah.
and we made a last minute judgment call because they said they had a Detroit style pizza that they had for their special this week
At Pig Minds.
at Pig Minds, and we realized as we were ordering that that was not allowed for takeout, probably because they have to keep it in the pan when you're in the restaurant. So we
Sadness, but
stayed the course, went there anyway. So Napoli's, we apologize. We'll maybe try you again another time. But we really, this sounded really good, and we've not had any vegan food on the show yet. So
no.
so if you have a chance, you've never been to a vegan restaurant, you're like, I eat meat, I don't want to go to a vegan
Go
restaurant.
to Pig Minds.
And you're in the Rockford area, go to Pig Minds or find your local best vegan restaurant. Trust me, you will be surprised at how good it is. So out of 10,
Yeah.
is that right? No. Yes.
No,
Movies are 5.
Yeah. Out
Food
of
is 10. Food is
5 intruders.
Oh, food is 5. No, is the movie 5 or is
Oh.
the movie's 5? The food is 10.
Yeah, the food's always 10.
Food is 10. Hi, Bailey. Apparently, Bailey is coming to sit with us before we pass judgment.
Hello, people.
So, what do you think?
Oh, I will always give them a high score. Like, I don't know. 10?
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's vegan.
That I can agree with. It doesn't taste exactly like I would expect for meat, but it is as close as you can get for most of the foods I've had.
And if I had it fresh, hot there, I would have been like, yum, yum.
I feel like
yum,
the
yum, yum.
barbecue pork sandwich I had was better. So
But that's just because you like barbecue pork sandwiches.
I mean, but I like pizza.
Yeah.
I feel like this is slightly lesser than that, so I'm gonna go 8.5.
I'm still sticking with my 10 because, yeah, I don't feel like it tastes like vegan. I feel like it tastes like regular.
And that's the I agree with you on that. I definitely
Good job,
agree.
Pig Minds.
So we are
switch it
about
up.
to begin. Don't let them in. And as you know, if you've seen this show before, you will sit and watch us watch the movie with a little bit of background music, and then at the end we'll talk about the movie and we'll wrap it up.
All right, see you soon. Bye.
It's over. Evil doesn't knock. It just rips off the policeman's head. What the hell just happened?
Lots of weirdness.
Okay, so this little tagline that they use on IMDb, they use on here, they used on the back, it says, "Your next meets the purge." Mm-mm. There was no purge whatsoever.
We thought it was funny that if the first movie we watched,
The very first time we did this.
Soul
the
Reaper.
Soul Reaper. Yeah.
was taking place at the same time, and they would have like met each other in the woods. It just seemed like that's where it was headed.
Which would have been comical if like they're running past at the end in the chase in this one, and they see the other ones with the big circle into hell, and they're like, and then they throw one of the people into the hole, and it's like, that would have been funny.
This movie
but...
made 0 sense.
Yeah, there's no "You're Next" for anybody who's seen either one of those movies. They're kind of home invasion. This one is about weird pseudo undead demons things,
Satan worshippers
that wear masks that you couldn't really kill, but they could be killed.
and they didn't really need to wear a mask because they already had a monster face.
Yeah, they look kind of like Nosferatu style, kind of Count Orlok-y vampires, but
Or like
they didn't have the two big buck fangs.
wraiths.
Yeah, I don't know. Because when they first killed the first person, which it was a low body count, but the police officer, they ripped her head off. We didn't know how it happened. We didn't understand because there was just these 3 dudes in masks that were chasing after the main
And they were like
characters.
trying to pull her back in the house, and it was just like, ah.
It's like, Mama had a baby and the head popped up, and then there's just blood everywhere, and it got ugly, and we were very confused. And then when they tried to shoot him, and they didn't die, and then the mask came off, and it was like, oh, they're not human. And then there's this whole main plot that comes out about it's Samhain, and they're trying to murder a bunch of like kids or
From the past. And
virgins.
one of them got
or
away. Yeah.
people losing their eyeballs, and that's some sort of a thing that it's hard to. The sound wasn't great, and that they all got kind of fairly thick-ish accents, and
I was sleepy.
the quality was better. Like the film quality and stuff was better than the first or the second film, Soul Reaper and Bride of Scarecrow.
He
It
hates
definitely
on to
was.
say Frankenstein.
I do. Now we're not counting Friday the 13th because that was, obviously not one of the dollar store films, or Creep 2. But yeah, it was a very confusing, strange plot. But then at the end, the guys that were helping the main bad person all of a sudden were against the main bad person, and they were not really helping the main good guy person, but they weren't hindering him either. I don't know.
It wasn't a very good film.
And how did the van that's been sitting in the garage that's completely covered
For
in
15
dust
years.
start? Gas does not continue to function after a certain period of time.
No.
So I was a little perplexed by that. The home invasion thing isn't even a thing. It's just that they're in this old building and they're trying to keep these guys out, but it's not like they're like, knock knock, let us in, tee hee, trick or treat.
And more like zombies trying to break in the windows.
And they don't say anything. They just bust in and start trying to grab people,
And then they weren't even harming the people when they were outside. It was stupid.
and they grabbed the main guy that was the guy they were trying to kill. And we're like, oh, he's gone. Okay, well, now it's just the 2 people left to fight. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey guys, I'm back. I just killed somebody. Like, how did he get away from these 3 demon creatures? I don't. And in the ending, they're trying to be like, oh, hey, tee-hee. See, it wasn't really over. And you're like, I don't really care. It's a who cares who done it kind of ending.
Yeah, it was just a lot of rock and roll burning in hell.
Yeah, it was an hour and 20 minutes
Credits
that
rolling.
felt like 2 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah, I started falling asleep.
Look at her.
I'm also sick.
She looks tired though,
I'm
right?
very tired.
And the movie did not help that. So, all right. Well, we always gotta give it a rating. So, for Don't Let Them In, out of 5 vegetarian pizzas, no, 5 eyeballs. Out of 5 eyeballs, how many eyeballs would you give it?
Half an eye.
Half an eyeball, yeah. I mean, the production quality was the only thing that was worthwhile in this film. The acting wasn't great. The story was not good. But for the production values, because at the beginning I was somewhat interested.
Mm-hmm.
For the first 15, 20 minutes, I was actually invested.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a half an eyeball is fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about my sickness and my sleepiness today.
See ya, don't let them in.
Don't watch that movie. Unless you want to watch a really horribly bad movie and do what we're doing.
Yeah, if you got $1, some beer, some buddies, you could do worse. Yeah, I did that. I went there.
3 Bs.
I went there. But if you're like us and you're looking for something decent to watch or you're just sitting home by yourself, there's too many other things on Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Disney Plus, Shudder, Prime Video, Paramount Plus, Showtime, HBO,
Pornhub,
Tubi. Man, I'm tired too. What? No. What? We're not talking about those kind of movies.
I'm just saying I'd rather watch that than this.
Oh.
Yeah.
YouTube, if you want to go that route. Watch some of our videos instead of this. Far more entertaining.
Yeah.
Not toot my own horn, but honk honk compared to that.
Whew. Yeah. Next month we've got some fun things coming up.
Oh, yeah. Are we going to tell them about it ahead of time, or are we going to wait until next month to talk about it?
I mean, next month is next week.
So we're going to wait till next month to talk about it, or are we going to talk about it today?
I don't care.
Or is it just going to be a surprise?
Surprise!
We're going to be like Dokes and Dexter. Surprise! Dipper, dipper, dipper. Mammer jammer.
Mother father?
Mother trekker.
Yeah.
What did I say? Which what?
Witchworm.
Oh, yeah, witchworm. Yeah.
That was the funniest part, because Joel thought that she said, "You ruined the whole ritual." And he thought she said witchworm.
I was like, what's a witchworm? Because my ears are still a little, plugged up from the vertigo. And I had the sound up, but it all kind of gets muddy sometimes.
Ruined the whole witchworm.
And the movie's so cheap they don't even have subtitles for the hearing impaired, because the hearing impaired don't want to watch this. And yeah, I was like, what's a witchworm?
I was like, ritual?
But if anybody wants that as a band name.
Witchworm. And then she ended up calling him a worm.
She did end up calling him a worm shortly after
What is happening? She listened to you. She's
Apparently.
like, oh, I like the word worm.
She's like, witchworm.
All right.
Yeah. Well.
Check us out on the Newlydeads.com.
Good call. www.thenewlydeads.com. Not Newlydeads.com, that's a band. TheNewlydeads.com for all of your Newly Dead type needs. We
Code Orange all the time.
Yep, haven't checked to see if we fixed some of the issues that we were having with things getting uploaded. But if so, I've got some things that I'll be uploading, and possibly some things she'll be uploading, and so there may be some new merchandise. But we'll give you a heads up if and when it happens.
Soon.
All right. But until next time, for another episode of Dollar Store Driving and Dining, I'm Joel.
I'm Laura.
We are the Newlydeads. Have a good evening.